Hello everyone, good morning. Yeah, so I'm president of the Institute of Blockchain Singapore, which is approved by the Ministry of Education as the first blockchain school in Singapore. Yeah, so 我们是第一所被新加坡教育部批准的区块链学院。所以我要感谢主办方 LivesOne 还有 Mr. Jeff 邀请我们过来演讲。好。Next slide. Thanks. Next slide, please. Thanks. 等他们放那个，所以我们多讲解一下我们的那个区块链学院嘛，因为是我们就是在做那个区块链的教育跟那个认证，就是我们会颁发一些证书来认证你们是那个区块链方面这方面的那个专业。所以it's a certification and we're running courses and also doing certification of the professional in the blockchain industry, be it developers or even like professionals. So it's like a kind of school, a proper school with a school structure to do all the blockchain curriculum for the students. Yep. Still it's not working. Right. Okay, while we're waiting, more about myself is like I'm 2 years in the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. And I previously was from the civil service, right? Okay, thanks. Yeah, so later I switched on to corporate training, and after that I switched on to blockchain because seeing the potential of blockchain, that's why we started the school, to educate for a social purpose, right? All right, still carry on. Okay, so it's like so I believe in the potential of blockchain as a use case, and that we see the potential of the blockchain as a use case, and also 我们相信那个区块链是一个可以在5到10年内是一个可以来发展的一个东西。所以就是说，我本身在这个区块链已经大概还有加密货币有2年的经验了，所以 OK， 现在不说这个，是说回来这个主题。好。所以区块链学院the Institute of Blockchain Singapore is a blockchain and edutech private school. So we are founded and incorporated in January. 我们是今年1月2008年成立的。然后我们已经训练了大概887个学员，还有11blockchain developers， 就是有区块链的开发者在我们的这个社团里面。Yeah. So we just went to Hong Kong last month to conduct Chinese curriculum, blockchain curriculum. So we are capable of doing both English and Chinese blockchain curriculum. So just Hong Kong alone, we train about 500 students over Hong Kong. Yep. So we just graduated from Alibaba Cloud and SUSS entrepreneurship program. 阿里云跟新加坡社科大学有这个企业培训计划，所以我们刚刚从这个计划毕业出来。Yeah. So we are also a approved PA trainer. And also, we are also part of the MVPC Company of Good. We are also approved by SkillsFuture and NTUC2I as our courses are funded by these two government agencies. And as well as part of CSR effort, we are adopting the Singapore Children's Society as a charity. So it's kind of we're doing some donation work to them on a monthly basis, as well as we are a company of MVPC Company of Good, right? Okay, coming back to the point, what's the problem with the real world traditional problem is we see that cyber attacks and frauds are very common in the industry, whereby this is added cost to the business. So this is very prevalent and it will keep going on. Yeah, so this is the real problem that is attacking business system and networks. Yeah. As well as records are being always duplicated. That means if party A is keeping this record, party B is also having this record, as well as the banks or auditor, they are keeping their own records in their own central system. So it's kind of, you also needed work to validate these records. It's a kind of double work, doing the same thing over and over again. So it's kind of a duplication. So there's a real problem with this. This is you are spending more man hour and even man power costs to do all this duplication of work, right? So banking the unbanked is a very popular catchphrase. It's trying to say that in the world there's 1.7 billion adults without bank accounts. So how do these people transact with the governments or with the insurance company, with the banks? So it's a kind of, you can see over here, the orange are those adults without a bank account, right? So you can see very clearly that this is also a problem whereby blockchain can be a use case to solve this problem. Okay, so just a brief outline of a blockchain, right? When you read the Bitcoin white paper in the 2008, published in the 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto didn't even say about blockchain. He was just saying change of blocks are chain. It was later Hal Finney, the computer scientist, who coined this term block then chain. So along the way, people just combine the two words into one blockchain, right? And where do blockchains classify as? Is it a computer science topic? Is it an economics topic, business topic, or cryptography topic? So it's kind of if you heard of fintech, right? So it's a kind of under fintech there's a regtech, edutech, proptech, govtech, all these things. So it's like blockchain is, we can somewhat say that it's now under the big umbrella of fintech. And cryptocurrency, you heard of it as a use case of blockchain. So cryptocurrency is just one use case of blockchain, and it's not just about, the blockchain is not just about Bitcoin. So this is a general misconception that we must get away with. So there's more than 80 over use cases for blockchain, or even potential use, right? And also we must know that blockchain first came out to solve one issue, which is a double spending problem, whereby in the digital world, in the email system, taking example of an email system where you can copy the email over and over again and forward to other parties, right? Even like pictures and MP3, you can just hit copy and paste. But in the digital world, how do currency being transferred over to the other party without being duplicated and devaluing the value of the currency? So this is what blockchain is trying to achieve. Okay, so there is also 4 elements of the blockchain. Decentralized and distributed, 去中心化还有分布式系统. So it's like there won't be a single point of failure, right? Whereby now the record is being kept in many multiple nodes. So if even if one node is down, one computer is down, the blockchain will work. Just that it's slower, it may be slower. So there's about 10,000 Bitcoin nodes over the world, about 17,000 Ethereum nodes running in the world. So even like one or a few percentage of these nodes are down, the blockchain will still work, just that the network may be a bit slower or congested a bit. Yeah, so that's what we mean by no single point of failure. Immutability 不能篡改制，就是 the system will not, it's tamper proof, you cannot change the record, go back and change the record. Of course, this is a double-edged sword. There might sometimes the record is a typo or there's some error, you can't change the thing, then it might be also be a double-edged sword, right? So, but it's also a good thing whereby there's no fraud. You can't do fraud with it. Yep. Provenance tracking is more on having tagging, example like a diamond. You can track diamond across the whole supply chain lifetime, right? And you can track from now the diamond is at this point, whereby the cover is which cover is like handling the diamond. The diamond is now moving towards, is it at the retail? At every point of the supply chain, you can, through a blockchain, you can track the diamond, where is it? So a very important use case is the Everledger. Everledger is using that for the blockchain for the diamond industry. And transparent is everything is online and it's open source. So it's all there, so you can see it without any foul play or this thing. Okay. Public blockchain 公有链 So Bitcoin and Ethereum, 以太坊跟比特币 is a public blockchain whereby you can go there and see that it's permissionless, yeah, and there's no ownership to the blockchain. Yeah, anyone doesn't mean there's a Bitcoin Foundation or Ethereum doesn't own the blockchain. It's decentralized to the public, right? Yeah, and for the private blockchain like Ripple, they are having an ownership permission system whereby you can have an access control list of who can come in to see your transaction, all these things. And it's owned by the Ripple Labs. So all these, for businesses, of course, the private blockchain will be more popular as a use case. Yeah. So as of today, there are more than 15 active blockchain platforms. You can see that Ethereum is topping the charts with 600 over projects, followed by Wave, which is a DEX, BitShares is a DEX, Neo, the China's first blockchain, Qtum and Omni contemporary. So as I can see that Ethereum is like topping the charts with Wave coming at second. We're still at 25 projects under them. So you can see that it's very clear cut that Ethereum is a very popular choice as a platform, and the rest is still catching up. Yeah. Of course, there are tokens under Ethereum which is coming out to form their own blockchain. Example, EOS and Tron, which is already going towards the mainnet. Okay. Blockchain as a skill, we see that blockchain is a skill set that we must equip the workforce. It's an emerging technology and it's not a new tech as we spoke about because it's already been there since 2009. Even the earliest concept of blockchain dated back to 1990s. So right, in the Singapore perspective, we have this Institute of Banking and Finance who sees the blockchain as a future-enabled skill. That means a skill that is coming up and it's important that we equip the workforce with this skill. Under the Singapore Skill Future, we recognize that this blockchain is a skill. Yeah, so there's a famous saying from them is like it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill, which is about a year plus, yeah, to master a skill. So this is the important thing that we must train people. It is not over a night or over a day you learn blockchain. So it's like it takes hours or even years to master this thing. Yep. Okay. So blockchain as a service, all the major IT companies are coming up, to offer blockchain as a service. Right? So you can see there's a famous example like Microsoft Azure. By using that, you can build your blockchain solution on Coda, Ethereum, and Hyperledger. Amazon also just announced this year that they can also do Ethereum and Hyperledger. IBM is a Hyperledger Fabric, right? And SAP recently, just last week, announced that they can do Hyperledger and multi-chain, right? So IBM itself, the Hyperledger is a Linux Foundation project. So IBM, there's an umbrella of project like Iroha, Sawtooth. So Hyperledger Fabric is just one of the IBM projects under them, right? Ador is using NXT, and multi-chain not really a BaaS, but they are using Bitcoin as a source code, also providing a solution to build private blockchain as well. Okay, this is smart contract, the system. So it's like a blockchain on the top is like a series of blocks which won't go into too technical. So from the contract creation or the smart contract, it will be recorded on the blockchain. Today, A want to send to C smart contract like 10 Ethereum, then transaction is recorded in the blockchain. Yeah. So the smart contract is a self-execution program, right? Yeah. And after that, when contracts receive the token, it will send back the Ethereum or 10 Ethereum for the token. But this is all self-defined by the business. Right. Just another example whereby this is Bob. He want to drive in Japan, right? He applied for the international driving permit. So in Singapore, it takes about 1 hour over the counter or 1 week through mailing. But in other countries like USA or Australia, it may take about 1 to 2 weeks to apply for IDP. So you go through all these nitty-gritties. Every country has their own record, right? So now you go to Japan, but suddenly you forgot to bring your IDP. They won't let you drive for sure. Even you use your own domestic driving license, they won't let you drive. Okay? What if now you are putting the IDP on the blockchain? Yeah. Wherever you are applying, doesn't matter. It takes about maybe just an estimation based on the blockchain confirmation time is about 10 minutes, right? This is a Bitcoin confirmation time. Of course, if you are using other faster blockchain, it may be faster. Just an example that if you're now using a blockchain, all the records are on a blockchain. Every country share the same ledger, same record. So now you go to Japan, even you forgot to bring your IDP, it may be a use case for them and seeing that, this is a legit IDP and they will let you drive, right? Okay, DApps, DAO, we have a DAO, and DEX are more popular use case for blockchain, right? DApps is a use case for blockchain whereby there's a DAO, there's a DEX, decentralized exchange using blockchain solution. And we have, in Singapore, we have this DApp that's called Smart Rate Packet. That means your Chinese New Year rate packet, Hong Bao, is being put on the Chikwai, okay? So it's on the blockchain so that you can transact, give your rate packet money over a blockchain. So that's kind of a use case you can see. Yeah, there's a website for it, smartratepacket.com or something like that. Yeah, you can take a look. Okay, we are in the education industry, so we just go through some of the major education stuff. These are some of the schools that use issue and verify certificate on the blockchain. And they also like Zhejiang University started the first blockchain course in China, and as well as Tsinghua is doing a first blockchain DAO for all the China universities, whereby there's a central hub for the repositories, right? In Singapore, we have ourselves, and INIAN also do the first blockchain certificate in the blockchain, right? Singapore, SUSS is doing the first blockchain course in Singapore as well. This is for the education sector. Yeah, for the enterprise, there's 4 components you need to know that you must have a shared ledger, more than 2 parties, in order to think that blockchain is as a use case. If not, blockchain may not be a good solution for you. There must be permission. You must define whether it should be a permission or permissionless system. There must be an element of smart contract where you build in your business logic into it, and consensus system whereby the 共识机制, that means there's it's a security for the blockchain. It's secure the blockchain, so you kind of need to define this logic for the consensus as well. There are more use cases which, lack of time, I won't go through it, but I'll just share maybe like for the travel industry. Singapore Airlines was the first to announce blockchain for their KrisFlyer points, whereby you can track points on the blockchain as well. Yeah. Okay. As you go along, there are more industry players in it. This is the Ethereum Alliance, whereby there are more than 280 plus members, as well as Hyperledger. So this thing is getting so big, whereby major corporates are coming into to partake in the ecosystem. So it's a very big thing. So it's not just like 1 or 2 companies doing it, or individual coming doing for themselves, right? Okay. In the Singapore perspective, we have this national project called Pulau Ubin. Not the island Pulau Ubin, but the project called Project Ubin. Under MAS, our MAS doing this project, trying to put digital SGD on the blockchain. Yeah, 新币在区块链，以后新币就是在区块链。So they are trying to solve, do security settlement, 买卖证券股票。Okay. 还有interbank transfer, okay, and cross-border payment system. Yeah. Okay, and there's this ISO 国际标准组织有这个区块链和分布式系统的那个核准啊，就是那个标准。所以 there's this ISO TC 307, where I'm a technical committee member of it. There's total of 35 participating countries and 12 observing countries. You can see those in blue are the countries that are participating in these standards. And there are 12 observing countries that is going to partake. So Singapore recently just upgraded its status from participating to from observing to participating countries. So there's these standards, 标准要出来了，就是 it's been in development for 2 years, so it may take another 1 or 2 years for it to mature, right? So what's the standard trying to achieve is terminology, how you define the blockchain, and even privacy for the blockchain, security for the blockchain, and identity management of the blockchain. Taxonomy, that means how you tax cryptocurrency, or how the taxonomy should work for blockchain and cryptocurrency. Legality of the smart contracts, this is very interesting, whereby it may not applicable for all countries, because, example, Russia, they still recognize traditional contracts in pen and ink. So anything that's on the digital world may not applicable to them. So this is still in development. But Singapore, we have this, we recognize digital signature and even digital messages as a form of a valid contract. Even your WhatsApp, your WeChat messages can be admitted in court for evidence. So that's a kind of thing that we are working on. Yeah. And interoperability is between blockchain, and even like off-chain or on-chain solution. There should be some form of interoperability that blockchain should work with a traditional payment system as well. Yeah. So this is a hype cycle for blockchain. It's come in the 5 to 10 years. We'll see that blockchain will mature, in the sense that it will reach the plateau of productivity. I mean, this is from Gartner report. It will slowly come down. So we are at the not very peak of the hype cycle. Still, it's starting to go down as it mature and gain widespread adoption. And this, along the years, that we come from ideation stage, to R&D stage to proof of concept, until this year we see a trial and even like a more real-world implementation of the blockchain as well. And by 2021, we can see mainstream adoption. Yeah. Okay, so to conclude, right, blockchain and IoT, AI, all these are adopted as the 4th industrial revolution. So you can see that more and more potential for the blockchain. And this is my contact details. We are on WeChat line, everything. So if there are anything that you need to contact me for discussion, I'm welcome to address that. Yep. Thank you so much. Right.